Hey, I'm Steve Ewing. I'm the developer behind JamBuddy, tools for musicians, and I want to walk you through the app. So first I'll just install it. It goes pretty fast because it's not so big, only 23 megabytes. But that includes thousands of songs because they're all in ABC format, which is really simple, both machine and human readable. So here it opens up like this when you open the JamBuddy. And the first thing, you have a prompt to open the Tunes Manager. You have to pick a folder that you want to use. I just make one, usually just call it JB, and give it permission to use that folder. Then you can add the tunes from the collections. I'm just going to add the full collection of JamBuddy old time tunes. There's a number of different old time tunes in here, practice techniques, various collections from people who've been collecting ABC and have made it available for free online. And then here you can see the old time tunes that are loaded in, and I have my circle of fifths down here. The circle of fifths, if I turn on listening, which I will allow while using the app, that'll let it, so if it hears chords, it'll show the chord that it hears. So like here's a G, my little electric mando. Here's a C, D, you get the idea. So it updates like that. It also can show you the current chord on a fretboard for guitar, ukulele, mandolin, baritone, ukulele, and bass. The bass one, it just shows you the 2 and the 5, the 1 and the 5. All right, so let me show you. Maybe bass isn't working properly. It's supposed to be. Well, here's guitar on G, right? There's, everybody knows guitar G. You can see the same thing, Mando, G. In addition to just the chords, there's the fretboard. So you can see where all the 1, 3s, and 5s are. You can change it to be minor, so you can change the key that you're looking at. These are like the probable next chords. So like if you're in C, these are the next probable chords. And then this is the histogram of all the notes it's heard and chords it's heard. And then this is a spectrogram. And then this is a timeline. The timeline is probably my favorite view right now besides the circle of fifths because it shows each of the notes it's hearing. So here's like E. E, right? G. And then here's the chord, C, G. And you can see when it hears the chord, it's making it makes like a big G. And then it accumulates over on the left on these bars. So then let me show you something cool. So here's like Arkansas Traveler, right? I could hit this, we could hit this arrow thing to make it take up the full screen and get rid of that top row, and then everything will fit a little bit nicer. So then let's see, if I did this, like that, so you can see what it's done. This was adding all of those on. So here we would, once you can hit back to get out of full screen. You can change it instead of being dual windows like this to be only one window, and then you have it pretty large, easy to read. You can lock in a key, so like if you're playing, if you know it's going to be in G, then the circle of fifths will stay with G on top. There's lots of things you can do in the Tunes Manager, so like inside each of the tunes, I could show you like you can add on. Here's where you can put in all details and notes and stuff to remind yourself things. There's sheet music where you can upload, just regular old sheet music from like, in PDF format or in graphics. Hit back to go back. Same with audio. You could upload audio. You could also record audio. The ABC notation, here's Arkansas Traveler. You could actually edit this. So if I wanted to start with like, I don't know, let's start, instead of starting with this A, let's start with 10 Ds and then the A, right? So 10, so then you could just type D, 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 whatever. And it'll edit the ABC, and then you could just save it with your edits, and it'll overwrite what's there. You could import ABC, export ABC. What else we got over here? And that's the ABC notation editor. Let's go back. So, yeah, discard. So one thing you could do, like say if we didn't have a tune that you're looking for. So this is it's set up so if you're in a session and you don't have a song, it'll search for it quickly. So like I think Silver Spear isn't in this collection. So first it'll check the other collections to see if we have it there if you hit search, and we do have it. But say we didn't have it in another collection. Say it's I don't know what, I have so many songs in here now. It's hard to think of ones that I don't have. Let's just say I don't know. What can we even use? Let's just search for something we don't think exists, like over. Oh, I don't have Over the Rainbow here. Okay. Look, we'll search for that, all right? Oh, we do have it. Oh gosh. Over the hill. Let's search for Over the hill. Right, it's not in any collection, right? Over the hill. So what we can do is we can hit search ABC, and then it'll search on the session, and it'll search on John Chambers' Tune Finder APIs. So see here, and it'll show up when it's available. So these are what it found as search results from John Chambers, and this is what it found as search results from the session. There's actually one called Over the Hill on the session. You can see what it looks like. There's only one setting, so apparently Nigel Gather put this on there. You can play it, hear the sample. Let's see. All right, and if that's cool, you just hit the plus button, and now it'll be over in your collection. So if we search now for Over the Hill, here it is, and then it shows up here with all the notes, the same as it did on the session. Yeah, so that's a quick intro to JamBuddy. Oh, I should also show you, in addition to the visualizations, which I walked through, there's also this the tools. So here's a tuner. It's of course not as good as a clip-on tuner because it's not sensing the vibration of your own instrument. It's just listening. But then you'd have there's a metronome built in, and the metronome could do like different strum patterns or like the different visual modes. So like if you don't want to hear it, you just want to see it, like that. Or if you don't want to see it, you just want to hear it. We could do that. You could change, instead of being, you could do like different, you could say you want it alternating down, up, but it can do that and show it like that. Then here's a fretboard browser set to mandolin right now, so you could choose C, and then then the chord type, so C major, you can see all the different 1, 3s, and 5s on the fretboard. If you change it to C7, the flat 7 shows up. You can change it to any, right? And then here's some different chord voicings. I tried to include like the 3 Jethro chords and then the chop chord for Mando on here. And then this is like live capture, which it's hidden in the back here because it kind of works. That certainly didn't work. Here, let's try again. It's capturing them. It's not awesome. That needs a lot of work still. So, all right, that's the intro to JamBuddy, and hope you've enjoyed it. If you have questions, drop me a line.